telling everybody that cares to listen, this is a legitimate human rights organization. The only thing you can say is you don't have funds to expand. And I'm not going to be deceiving myself. If the funds are there, the Break the Silence Foundation will expand and we will help as much people as we can. And I am not in a hurry. I have never told anybody I have the billions, the millions to touch lives. If we're going to expand, it is the public that will push it. If we're going to be remaining the way we are, it is still the public and myself that will determine. Because even if I use my money to register, I use my money to do anything, I've done so many things on my own. If it is going to expand, risking my life, coming out to be truthful, doing what an NGO should do, will determine the expansion, because people will need it to be useful for them, not for me. As a matter of fact, it will be so difficult to use your foundation to fight for your family members. That's another key disadvantage of things like this, because they will say you are only picking interest because it's your family. It's not that my family don't suffer problem. It's not that we don't have issues that I should be at the front burner, but people will look at it, oh, we should be donating for you to fight for your family. So sometimes you'll be expecting or willing that another NGO should take up the fight for you on behalf of your family members, so that there won't be clash of interest or think that you are using public fund to fight for your family members. But in spite of that, you will see people flying around. Oh, why didn't you fight? I should use public money. This is simply that will say, look at you went to engage 3 lawyers because it's your brother from public money. But if you engage 3 lawyers for outsiders, nobody will talk. But if you engage 3 lawyers for your brother, they say, when you are supposed to use 1 lawyer, you went to engage 3. Meanwhile, it could be that in the case of a outside person, you might engage 3 lawyers, depending on how sensitive or very complex the case is. So all these things are the sacrifices even you will be making, that when it concerns you or your direct family, you will be so reluctant to want to use the public fund to fight. You'll be expecting that, okay, complain to that organization. And that is why naturally I would always want to embrace and welcome any activist or any human rights organization, because you will be needing them too. When a police officer has got his right to be infringed, or if a police officer is being robbed, if a police officer is being assaulted, the police officer will need the help of another police officer to investigate his case and get him justice. That police officer will not be saying, I want to. So even if you fight a police officer, he will take you to another police officer to incident the case and be the IPO. That police officer will not be the IPO in his own case. He will have to go and write his own statement to another police officer. So when you see things like this, if anybody is telling you Yomi does not want to work with anybody, does not want to work with any human rights organization or any activist, it's a lie. I have welcomed as much people as I can, and I'm even saying we want more human rights organizations, but not fake ones, not the ones that have element of fraud, element of acting smart but not clever, trying to downplay, trying to this man Africa Larry Obodia started by trying to first castigate, rubbish the petition, call it love letter, call it, because they think I don't understand what they're trying to do, but because they know there are some certain set of people that will listen to them and the gibberish that they are pushing out, and they keep doing it. Now, the lady Karimo that said, Mr. Yomi, if your petition is truly active, if your petition is truly genuine, if truly you went to Panti, I challenge you. Why haven't they arrested Adura? But because Mohbad saw all the insult that was passed on me, he would like, Egbo, you go that route first, but that same Panti and that same Adura, they will arrest him, they will detain him, they will grant him bail in the same Panti, not just Zone 2. So when they were bundling them from Zone 2, then the Mohbad began a drama again. It's unfortunate she did that inside police cell. They couldn't record her in police station. She began to even castigate me, still accuse me again. You guys would have seen another video. Yomi Fabi, oh, yeah. Oh, to ni come gbàdúrà lọ panti, oh, Yomi Fabi, iṣẹ́ àfẹ́ gbàdúrà. Why would I gbàdúrà? What is there? Is she not supposed to be supporting what we're doing? Even if Adura is involved, she's meant to be begging. Adura, tell the truth. Adura, I am an adult. I'm your mother. What broke your brother's neck? This woman is not asking. She knew Mohbad's neck was broken. Now, they knew something happened to his leg. What shall the bandage lesson? And when I went to Kuramed, the woman said, we looked the leg. We said, what happened to his leg? They said it was because they were dragging him on the Okada. I am waiting for the case to start. That is when I will bring that particular evidence, where she confirmed that part of the things that happened was they saw the way Mohbad's leg and said, "Akilo she Mohbad lese, kilo call Mohbad to revive." They said it was because they put him on Okada and they were dragging him. I said, the one said drag him, and his leg is like this. I'm waiting for the trial to start. Those are not the kind of evidence that you can use even at police station. It's not good. It's when the trial starts, especially when you are coming in as one of the witnesses, or you need to submit it and say, now, Director of Public Prosecution, use this in trial court, because it will not be useful to arrest anybody now, but it can be used to prove a point in the course of the trial, and the judge will see clearly that, oh yes, now it is confirmed. I just pray, I'm praying to God Almighty that pathology will come. God will guide him, and he will do the best of his best according to his conscience and his profession, and speak the truth about what he observed in Mohbad's physical body, internal structure, and what actually led to his death. Then you will see the full work of the Nigerian police. You will see the full work of the Lagos State Ministry of Justice. But for now, it is safe that now the case is going to court. The beautiful thing, and let's give kudos to Lagos State government. The beautiful thing is that, and the Commissioner and Attorney General of Lagos State, these are the kind of people we want in charge of our laws and our justice system. He is now ensuring that if there is anything Mohbad case, it is now going to court. Some people are going to be facing some charges, and of course, under the administration of criminal justice, new people can still be added based on the evidence that is likely to be coming from the coroner, based on the new lead that might be coming from the police. But of course, as we speak now, we are waiting for the final reports of the coroner inquest, and praying that the truth is established with that private toxicology that was done and autopsy. If we are able to get something there, and the police are able to now get the truth from Yomi, Adura, Damola, Zomo, and the rest of others, they have others on their list already, then they will be able to round it up and bring justice from that. So first and foremost, I'm going to be giving kudos to the Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of Lagos State. He is doing well to preserve the dignity of the government of Babajide Sanwo-Olu by ensuring that now Mohbad's case is heading to court, and any moment from now, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we'll be seeing the right charges. And if we're going to be lucky, and I know that is what will happen, the real people that caused Mohbad the injury that led to bleeding profusely, will be part of the charges, and those that will be facing the criminal offenses and crimes in court. So this is for Lagos State Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General. Our noise and our yearning has been that, why is this case not in court? It's dragging. It is dragging. People were delaying it. They were using techniques to delay it, and they were able to say, you know what, we're not stopping this case. Doesn't matter if 1 or 2 persons are already in court in this same subject matter. To add anybody with whether bigger charges or more serious charges is not going to be a difficult thing in a normal setting, because the case is already in court. They will just carry them, push them, and it is we the public that must not rest, must not relent and be tired. We might be looking some certain things from the family, though I understand they are enough to say, you know what, these people are not seeking justice, let's take it away. We have been able to see the true colors of everybody. Emma Gorain, you people are not really justice fighters, you are gossipers. But if you look at the whole body language, it is we the public that we have to continue to say, no matter, we will be criticizing the police where we should criticize them, we will be nudging them where we should nudge them, but the truth of the matter is, it is still the police that will do the discreet, because these things that will bring true justice for Mohbad, that will say you are the one that did it. It is the police that can work on our little lead and bring the person to book. Except there's something fly out by natural means on social media. So I'm coming, guys.
We need to see it. Okay.
But how are you going to see?
So basically, the progress reports, please power tab, guys, we are still at 35,000. These people will start flagging. When they start talking on certain things, they will start flagging. We are not going to be backing down. The truth is, Mohbad, maybe I should repeat it, that Mohbad will not get justice. It's no longer, it's not, he is going to get justice. Trust me, he's going to get justice. Because if there is anything they have not been able to successfully achieve, and that is what you all should hold, and that is where you should at least give kudos to Lagos State government. If the way the thing had been going before, they were not willing to charge the case to court, because they said they are waiting. And the more we wait, the more the Corona inquest drag, we will keep waiting. But for the government to say, you know what, we are determined to give justice. We are tired of this attack on the government, thinking that we want to gain something. Because if the case is not in a trial court, justice will serve. There is no way Mohbad will get justice if the case is not charged to a trial court. So maybe some people were thinking the Corona court is a trial court. The judge cannot even look at anybody and say, you are guilty. Corona court doesn't say that. They will only write the report and suggest to the government that will try the case. And the only person that can try the case is the DPP. Even if the police is going to try the case, they will still be using the prosecutor from the DPP in any court in Nigeria. So it is the DPP that is doing the right thing by saying, as it is now, it will not be palatable for the government to say they still does not have anything to charge the case to court. So by the time they see the real seriousness from all of us, they know at this point it will be wrong for any government to say, no, we don't see who we can charge to court yet. No. Provided that the person that said, I was the one that injected him, as in the police investigation says, that's enough to charge the case to court. Any new lead, any new testimony, even from the nurse, when the case starts, they can still go and arrest anybody. And I can tell you all for free, except we all fold our arms and labor. Tí case yẹn bá bẹ̀rẹ̀, tí ó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ gidi, tí a ṣe bó ṣe yẹ ká ṣe, nurse yẹn máa sọ nǹkan tí ẹ wò, ó máa get to be okopo. That is when you will know that even the government tell wò yẹn, when they start, because they must be able to win the case against the nurse, that she has a hand in what by Mohbad. Because it is the government that is doing the case against her. So the evidence that they have in their hand, they will never want to lose. Maybe you guys don't know. So people always say, oh, government is not this. Governor, no, the governor, so I've said it repeatedly, Governor Sanwo-Olu is not stopping Mohbad from getting justice. And now he has been able to say, you have cases to answer. Because it is not the governor that investigated, it is the police. So it is the police that are meant to investigate and bring evidence to the government. That is why I am holding the police. That, hey, you have to do more. Nigba. So now, it is the police that will say, this Yomi is, oh, these people, this public. But who are you working for, police? Are you not working for the public? You are not working for criminals, you are not working for murderers. You are working for the public. You will still listen, no matter how inconvenient it is. Because those of you there would have to still understand that you are there since 2021. You must complete this task. So let us be rest assured that according to what I was told by the OC in charge of the department, the leader of the team, he said, Mr. Yomi, we are working. And if you want to protest, when you have just asked us to investigate, and which we have started, this is a new lead. And bear in mind that everything they will have to do, they will have to finance it by themselves. Police will have to spend their money and time. So they are working in the said, we are working. This is not a time to, you people are already involved in this case. So certainly we have to deliver. But if you want to protest when you have not allowed us to even work, don't you think it will be too... He said, I'm not disturbing, I'm not saying you don't have right to, but please work with the authorities well if you want to protest. He said in a very good tone, and I shared it with some of my senators because I can't be bringing it to social media. So whatever the case may be, I want to now open the panel session for us to discuss. Nobody has donated any money for us for protest, so even if they donate, we can still shift it, because no matter how eager we are, we must ensure that we exhaust all civil and reasonable means to drive home our point before we go to the last option of protest, going and facing water tanks, tear gas, because when they see the crowd, they might want to disperse us and say go back, or they want to listen to us. Though it has consequence. If they put water on us, tear gas, it could lead to riots if they don't manage it well. If they say, okay, these people are not doing something bad, let's listen to them, let's manage it well, this is what we are doing, you ask us so time, we are just 2 days into the investigation and you are coming to protest, Mr. Yomi. What do you want us to do? I don't want them to embarrass all of us. Because the truth of the matter is that the reason why we initiated the protest was because the lady Buki, which I've sent to the Commissioner of Police and to all these detectives, they are asking who is this person that said that the case is dead on arrival by getting to Panti, and the police are furious. They're like, who is this person? Why is she this? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Bro. I'm boring you. Mohbad, you didn't follow me.
Okay, and they are just there to get themselves entertained. I'm just saying I'm just thinking some people are just there to satisfy their emotion in this case. Because if we look at it, I don't want to say that many people are following trend. But I'm trying to say that many people in the just Mohbad, they are not just follow. Because when we say follow based on what? Based on emotion. Now, what is the emotion? Now, let's say, for example, people feel it is bad to say anything against someone like Yomi, who they find appealing, who they think has done so much, okay, has been out there in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, face so many trade. They just feel, okay. Now, let's say somebody is trying to bring an evidence. What will make Yomi to be bad? Even truly, let's even say the person has an evidence, okay, and if you bring that evidence, it will show that maybe Yomi is a bad person. Let's say we want to go on statistics. We say, people, how many of you want me to show an evidence that Yomi is a bad person. Okay? Something that if I show today, Yomi will run out of just for Mohbad. A lot of people will say, a lot of people who have stood for him before, believe me, they will say they don't want to see it. Maybe only fewer people will be ready for such. And now there are some people who just feel like, African TV, is misbehaving, don't think they cannot write. And like they are just seeing more of emotions, like people trying to satisfy the way they feel. They can, whoever they find appealing, they can raise any amount of money to that person because that makes them happy. But if we say trend, Mohbad as we speak right now, okay, cannot just come out and say some certain things and then everybody just follow it. So if I'm trying to use the word everybody, I'm trying to categorize everybody under, are they just following trends or they are just following their feelings?
Okay, Papariano, give me a minute.
So right feelings could be right, feelings could be wrong. But when you say they are just following trending, please wait. When we say they are just following trending, it means in following trending, you are not, please wait now, Chairman. I'm trying to get some conclusion. In following trending, if I'm following what is trending, I'm not going to try to evaluate it whether it is right or it's wrong because it's trending. I'll just follow it. But people in this case, they are not just following trending. They are also trying to use their little wisdom to evaluate whatsoever they follow. So, and because of that, I will say that they are following their feelings, how they feel about it, not because it is trending. So they are just following it. I mean, that's the best, I think, the best I can describe that.
Tabarano, I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree on what you said.
Papariano.
And it's okay.
Yeah, emotional.
I try to, like you already said, this is a very topical.
But we are all emotional, Sha.
So
that
one I agree. That one. That's I said Jack really he really finished the job.
So it is a very topical issues, and it is really worth dissecting. Is really worth looking into and trying to understand different people in this justice for Mohbad. Not taking anything away from what Aristocrat has said, what Papariano has said. IT guy.
No, you have to put this away. I mean, when we cannot use aristocrat word, you have to bring your own word. You have to take something.
That's not saying. No.
I'm trying to see how we come to the right words, please. It's not offensive. We're just trying to get things better so that we can use those words.
So this is okay. This is now in Justice for Mohbad. Everybody looking at everybody. If you are not scientific, which is logical in your reasoning and dissecting issues and information, then you can fall under these other categories that I would like to mention. Number one, Jack has mentioned being emotional, which is making decisions based on personal feelings, okay? Personal values and being subjective, okay? Your personal feelings, how you feel about it. That's one. Another class of people will be intuitive. These are people that think about their immediate understanding of the situation rather than being systematic.
That's still fall under emotion. Because subjective to their feelings. Okay. Your intuition is subjective to your feelings, right? So the way you feel.
Others are traditional about this matter. Traditional in the sense that they follow what the custom says, the established custom, the social customs, the ancestral customs. How things should be done, it has to be like this in our tradition. So based on that, they understand this matter, they follow this matter in more traditional, in more customary way, rather than being the other one. Another one is spiritual way. Some are spiritual about it. For example, all of us know that one. Very spiritual. Everything is spiritual. On this, in fact, that the boy died is spiritual. That we are looking for justice is spiritual. Everything has spiritual connotation, divine revelation, spiritual beliefs about this matter. So whatever they do on this matter, their own is spiritual cocoa. and religiosity around this. And you know, we have examples of that. And we have speculative set of people. Their only reason is based on conjecture, scenarios, unfalsifiable claims. Okay, speculative people. Okay, so this is a further breakdown of, you know, apart from being emotional, of course, someone that is religious or spiritual about it, it's not emotion. It's just divine. It's just looking at it in a divine manner. This is how it is. Some are traditional customs. Someone that believes that a father should not see the dead body of the son. That's custom. That's tradition. There are school of thought in this Joseph Mohbad that is their own point of view. While I believe what is there in using your, you know, that sometimes I feel like what is there. If you are passing by along that place, won't you see the grief? So I can further say emotional, intuitive, religious, traditional, and speculative. These are other further breakdown, further definitions that I can give to different class of people. Apart from being scientific is number one. If you're not scientific, then you can be any of these classifications that I've mentioned, especially religious. We all know that we have religious people in this Joseph Mohbad that they believe everything is divine. And also we have traditional, that everything has to be custom way. It's custom and stuff like that. So that would just be a little additional, you know, just to classify us, all of us, in this movement, in the way we look at this. But all of it, in all of this, we've all contributed. Everybody has contributed in one way. Even the social light part of the social light of us.
Wait. Let us come down to this. I don't want to confuse. I want us to get one thing for what it is. Let us break down people's behavior and just remember into two behavior. Okay, like according to how they reason and the justice from above. Let us put them under two classification. Can you do that? I want to look at the broad, you know, to say most people fall under this category and most people fall under this other category. You know, we can have
category will be,
like you say, we can have traditions, we can have religion, all of them, but let us look at the two major ones.
The two major will be either you are scientific or you are unscientific. That's the two for me. So it's either you are scientific
do you have any two you want to give to us?
Or you are unscientific.
Aristocrat. Or does anybody have any two words you want to give to us? But me, I like that word emotional. A lot of people are very emotional. They can fight you. People can come for you.
Paparano, I think the word emotionalist is good, but it's that people will be fighting you. They'll say, me, an emotionalist, ready to fight. But I think it's a good word. It's broader, it's bigger, it's good.
But people can go as far as
even if
they see you on the road, they may even break your head because of their emotion, how they feel about the way you spoke. Sure, you get.
Yes. Plenty now.
People
where you go emotion on platform, they abuse you inside your DM. So you talk to them.
Exactly. And they'll be trying to set you up, pay money. They can pay money to have you getting arrested. So that's the emotional. They are still feeling.
They can do anything. Just because
so Paparano and Aristocrat, who would you call the realist? We've got the scientists now, we've got the emotionalists now, we've got what we're going to call the realists. Who are the realists in this case?
The realists are scientific. The realists are scientific.
Let me just give the definition. A person who accepts the situation as it is and is prepared to deal with it accordingly is a realist. So think of those, but I mean, those ones are just they are just minor, you know, those ones, we're talking about major. Somebody can be a scientist and also be a realist. You know, realist is just like maybe just an adjective description. What do you guys think? I don't think realist is a major thing to contend with. Something like,
no, you see, realist is not much of a broader definition. Realist is someone that simply put, you face reality. You don't joke. All you see is leave it like that. I don't want story. Don't give me any cock and bull. If it is like this, let's work with it. Realists just want to deal with the actual thing.
Yeah,
What
like
they really see, realists is what they see by themselves. What they see by themselves is not what you are coming to tell them. I saw this thing is black. It is black. No matter what you say, it's not black. Whatever he saw is
this is what
they are still under
green.
They are still under science. They are still under science.
Yeah, it's still under science because that is what it's
no, but I would disagree on that, Paparano. No, wait. I want to disagree a little bit. So if you're saying a realist is, people are saying realist and scientists, they are similar. Now, scientists, when they find something, they dig further, right? They do research, they continue to dig. Whereas in my opinion, a realist, they see it and they just take it. They don't need to do any digging anymore. Scientists will continue to investigate. They are never tired. They are never done.
They are just saying that they have some elements. Like, they are realists still fall under, they have some scientific method with the way they do their things. So they have some empirical factors like observations, verifications, stuff like that. As all realists observe what is shown to them.
So what would Babalawo fall into? Where would Babalawo fall into?
Babalawo is a metaphysics man. He's a metaphysics person. He deals with supernatural all those things.
Babalawo is not a realist. Babalawo
is not a realist.
Yeah,
he's a mixture of
herbalist.
Babalawo will say that let American bomb Nigeria, that he will do something. The bomb will hang on air. And don't mind the Babalawo. When they throw bomb, every Babalawo will die.
Okay, let's put it this way now. Let's look at the characteristics of a specialist and characteristics of a realist, right?
Wait, characteristics of who? Characteristics of who?
So a scientist and a realist. Right, a scientist and realist. Now we all agree that scientists, they are never done. Even when they find answer, they continue to dig further. Now a realist is what they see. Do you understand? Now when they say, oh, it is white, but a scientist will continue to ask, why is it white? They want to know why this thing is white. Realists they won't dig further. If Aristocrat is there and Jack, maybe, and everybody, if you understand what I'm trying to say.
See, I understand what you are saying, but just like we said earlier, there is one thing that is constant between a scientist and a realist: dealing with certainty, dealing with facts, dealing with verification. A realist will not agree until the realist verifies and know that this is what it is. I take it. A realist is someone that sees things like a Thomas. I don't believe you telling me. I want to see it myself. I want my two eyes to see. That is a realist. It means he believes in facts. You understand? And that is the constant thing between him and the scientist. While a scientist sees it as an enterprise, a continuous enterprise, he does not stop where you see it. A scientist wants to probe what makes it what it is. If you tell me that find a beautiful lady, like a lady is fair, beautiful, and comely, you say, I've seen it. So what makes her tick?